Hello and welcome to this week's Cari Connects. I'm Psychic Medium Cari Mugz, and each week I pull a card from a deck to let you know what's coming up for the week and the signs and symbols to watch for. If you're watching this on my Spunky Spirit, if you're listening to this on my Spunky Spirit podcast, you can watch it on Instagram at spirit.medium.carimugz, my Facebook page at Spunky Spirit, or my TikTok and Instagram at Cari Mugz. And as always, if you're seeing this, it's most likely meant for you, but take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. So last week we got the darkness card, which was kind of crazy. I knew a lot of you were kind of crazy about that. So it was a bad week for me. I don't know about you, but my granddaughter ended up being in the hospital for RSV. She's okay now. Everything's good, but I ended up helping watch her, and then I got the flu. So I had to reschedule lots of my stuff last week. So last week was a little bit hard. So this week we're hoping for something good. This week we're using Earth Magic card. Earth Magic deck by Stephen D. Farmer. On the back of each card is a beautiful tree with lots of greenery, lots of earth stuff, and each card is really, really beautifully illustrated. I like this deck just because it's so beautiful, but also too, it's kind of easier to read. It has like different, like one, communion, different words on that, but if grounding. So it's kind of easy to read without the book, but like always, if you need the book, then it's pretty self-explanatory and you can read the book. So cross your fingers that this is going to be a good one. And thank you to all that rescheduled with me last week. I know that rescheduling is kind of tough. So here we go. Okay. So this card this week is nurturing. It's going to be Earth. It's Gaia. So this is a beautiful card because this is nurturing and loving, and to remind you that you are unconditionally loved. So if last week was pretty hard for you, this week is going to be nurturing and loving and healing and beautiful. Lots of abundance. Look at all the abundance that's coming in. Look at all the different elements in this card. There's earth, fire, water, air. All of the elements are being shown in this card. And also too, so many symbols, flowers, animals, rainbows, so many. There's a deer right there. So many different symbols. And then the greenery and the water, like that forms new beginnings. So this week is going to be a new, kind of like a new start, and it's going to be nurturing. So which is perfect because we're ending February this week and going into March. So I think this is Spirit just kind of saying all of that chaos that was in January and February, we're going to leave that behind. And we're going to remind you that you are very much loved and you are very much held and loved unconditionally, no matter who you are or what you're doing. And the earth loves you. And the earth is, I love the female Gaia. So earth is very female energy. So this is going to be a loving, unconditionally mothering, nurturing love this week to remind you to love yourself, remind you who you are. Remember to be authentic. Remember to love yourself regardless, and to give yourself some grace. I think sometimes we don't do that. We think things get too, especially I know with last week when I got so sick, and then I'm coming into this week going, oh my gosh, am I going to be able to catch up? Give yourself some grace and know that you're human. We're all human, right? We're all just trying to do our best. We're all trying to just get what we need to be done. And sometimes it just feels like it's doing the same thing every day. But this is a magical card. This is reminding you that you are loved and that you are nurtured and you are being held and rocked like a mother loving you so much. So I said 999 and 000 are the numbers. 888 for abundance, 000 for the eternal divine one for the universe. So 888 000. You're going to get lots of abundance this week, and you're going to be reminded that you are loved by the universe. When you see these numbers, it's just the universe and your spirit guides reminding you that you are loved. What we talked about today, you are loved, and to look for these signs, to remember who you are. Like Mufasa, when he comes, I always say that, remember who you are. So also other signs and symbols, there's lots of flowers, there's butterflies, deer, the whale. I'm going to put a representative of each four element as a symbol. Anything that you see that is like beautiful, earthy, anything about the earth. And the word for this week will be nurturing too, to nurture yourself and love yourself, which is a little bit different than healing, because healing is sometimes can be hard and can be lots of growth. And nurturing is just to be where you are and what you are and love yourself regardless. Love yourself right where you're at. Don't worry about trying to get from this point to this point. Don't worry about healing right now. Just love yourself right where you're at and begin there, because that's what this is about this week. So those are the signs and symbols to watch for. This is a way better card than last week. Way better card than last week. So all that growth you did with that darkness last week, now you're being held and coddled, and the universe is loving you and giving you love and abundance. So hopefully that helps. I love you guys so much. I didn't do my newsletter last week because I got so sick. So this week I'll be getting back on track, doing the podcast, doing the newsletter. And hopefully that'll be, you guys, if you need to know when my events are, the best way to find out is to go onto my newsletter. Go to my CariMugz.com, and that will be where you can sign up for my newsletter, and that's where you'll get most of the information. So love you guys so much, and I will see you next week.